Hey guys, Captain Dean here with another quick tutorial for your safe inshore and nearshore boating excursions. VHF radios are essential when you're going offshore. It's your lifeline when your cell phone is out of range, typically around 10 miles off our coast here in West Central Florida. Let's quickly go over how these devices work. Both cell phones and VHF radio antennas must be able to see the receiving tower in order to get a signal. They are therefore called line-of-sight devices. As is quickly apparent when you are gazing out to sea, it is only possible to see a certain distance, past which objects are below your horizon line due to the curvature of the Earth. The VHF radio has a couple buttons and knobs that you should be aware of. First and foremost is the power/volume button. Upon boarding, you should turn on the VHF and set it to a comfortable volume. Not so loud that it annoys you, but loud enough to hear distress and warning calls that will come across from time to time. Next is the squelch knob, which dictates how far you can transmit. This should be turned all the way up until you hear static. Then, bring it back a few notches so the static disappears, thereby allowing maximum distance for your transmissions. Finally, look for a button that says Channel 16, which is the emergency distress frequency. This will commonly be indicated by a single button on the receiving unit, but you can use the up and down buttons to set it manually as well. You should monitor this channel at all times, but transmitting on it should only be done in case of emergency or when quickly asking another boat to switch to a channel for further communications. Those channels being 68, 69, 71, or 72. Remember, each channel can only be used by one person at a time within a relatively large area, so channel 16 must be kept clear for those desperate for help. Do not use it to chat about last night's big game and such with other boaters. When you need to transmit a message, pick up the handheld portion of the VHF, push and hold the button on the side of it, and begin speaking. Let go of the button when you are finished with your message and listen for a response. In a life-threatening situation, the closer you can follow proper protocol, the better. However, as panic often accompanies emergency situations, you may not be able to remember all of it. At the very least, you need to be able to relay your location to the Coast Guard, especially in low visibility situations, so they can find you. One example of a distress message at its most basic might be, "Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is real deep, real deep, real deep. Mayday, this is real deep. We are approximately halfway between Clearwater Pass and Pinellas 2 Reef and need immediate medical assistance. We have one adult male who has collapsed and is unresponsive." If that's all you can remember, it should get the ball rolling. But if you can also keep your head and transmit the number of adults and children aboard, the type of vessel you're on, color of hull, and any additional pertinent information, all the better. These are the VHF radio basics, but if you'd like to learn more, we recommend going online. And just like with most skills, it's all about practice. Do a dry run every so often, just to stay sharp.